One of the biggest wins for XRP has just happened. This is without a doubt a historic moment for the cryptocurrency space. The horrifying SEC case that has been going on for years has changed its course. The judge said that the SEC needs to pay $10 billion to people who own Ripple and XRP. This choice is a turning point for Ripple, people who own XRP, and the whole cryptocurrency market. Before we get into the specifics of this decision and what it means for the price of XRP, let's take a moment to talk about why this event is important. The case between the SEC and Ripple has been one of the most talked about in the world of crypto for years. When Ripple sold XRP, the SEC said they were doing an unregistered securities sale, which sent shockwaves through the market. The case made people very worried about the future of XRP, so its price has been constantly going down. But now, after years of going back and forth in court, we've reached a crucial point in the case, the remedies part. This is where Ripple could ask for money to make up for the value of XRP that has been lost because of what the SEC did. Now things really start to get interesting. The judge said that the SEC might have to pay people who own Ripple and XRP a huge $10 billion. How did we get to this point, and why is this decision so important? Let's break it down. One of the most important court cases in the history of Bitcoin has been the SEC's case against Ripple. If you look back over the years, XRP has been affected by legal uncertainty. The SEC's moves have hurt Ripple's reputation and the value of XRP on the market. The crypto community has been angry as the SEC's claims have slowed down. Ripple's growth made it harder for people to use and made the price of XRP fluctuate. This case has affected not only Ripple but also people who own XRP. They are now in the middle of a legal battle that many people think the SEC went too far in. Since many years ago, Ripple has fought back by saying that XRP is not a property but a digital currency. They said that the SEC's actions were wrong and that the crypto space should be controlled in a fair and clear way. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has been very vocal about the case and has often said that the SEC's lawsuit wasn't just about Ripple, it was about the future of the crypto business as a whole. As he has said before, this case will decide how crypto is used in the United States. The move to tell the SEC to pay people who own Ripple and XRP could be the final step toward making the legal status of digital assets like XRP clear. Plus, this choice will be good for more than just Ripple. It could mean big changes for the whole crypto space and the start of a new era of rules that protect buyers while letting the industry grow. One of the most important parts of the Ripple case is the legal standard set by the LBRY case, which was another well-known SEC lawsuit. In the case of LBRY, the SEC had to change its punishments because a court said they were wrong. In all honesty, the judge said that the SEC had gone too far in how it dealt with LBRY, and the result made the SEC rethink how it regulates cryptocurrencies. This decision could also be very important in the Ripple case. Ripple's lawyers have been saying that this case could be a big deal for the crypto space. They say that the SEC's moves against XRP were too broad and didn't follow clear legal principles. The court has now told the SEC to pay $10 billion to people who own Ripple and XRP. This could set a new law standard that makes the SEC much more careful about what it does in the future against other crypto projects. Let's talk about how the price changes now. Now things really start to get exciting. If the SEC is told to pay Ripple $10 billion, it could have huge effects on the price of XRP. For years, the law hasn't said anything about XRP, but this victory could be a big boost for the token. Experts think that the $10 billion payout could make XRP worth $10 overnight, or even much more. Why? The reason for this is a few things. First, a win for Ripple would put an end to the legal confusion that has been around XRP for years. Finally, the market would have a clear picture of the tokens. This would probably cause a lot of major investors to put money into XRP. Banks and other big investors have been holding off because they are worried about the token's legality. Second, giving out $10 billion would show the market that people who own Ripple and XRP can win against regulators who have often seemed unbending. This would give investors a lot of trust and could make a lot of people want to buy. In the event that Ripple got such a huge amount of money, the market would probably see it as proof of its place in the crypto world. Last but not least, the SEC payment could affect a lot more than just XRP. The SEC might have to pay Ripple a lot of money to fix the problems its case caused. This could send a strong message to other crypto projects that are worried about too much government control. People in the business world might see this as good news for all cryptocurrencies, not just Ripple. This decision has effects on more than just Ripple and XRP, though. It could be the start of a new era for crypto regulation in the US if the SEC has to pay this huge amount of money. This might lead to more rules and clarity, letting groups try new things without worrying that regulators will go too far. The court win for Ripple could also help other cryptocurrencies that the SEC has been looking at, like Ethereum, Cardano, and others. If the SEC has to change how it thinks about and acts on crypto, it could help the whole business grow very quickly. Finally, the judge's order for a $10 billion payout could be the turning point for Ripple, people who own XRP, and the whole cryptocurrency business. This decision is more than just a win for Ripple in court. It's a huge win for the whole crypto space because it could set a law standard that changes how cryptocurrencies are regulated in the US in the future. If XRP reached $10 after this decision, it would be the start of a new era for our company, and could make the token widely used in the financial field in the future. You should keep a close eye on XRP right now because the tides could be changing in a big way. XRP's future has never looked better, with the law finally being clear and a possible $10 billion payment on the horizon. Please like and subscribe if you found this movie interesting. This way you'll always know what's going on with XRP and Ripple. If you want to make sure you never miss another crypto news, tap the bell. What do you think about this sentence? Could this be the time when XRP goes through the roof and hits $10? Just write your thoughts in the box below. Remember to keep your eyes on the goal and XRP until next time. This is the start of a new era in crypto.